This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening. No. I'm going to explain the programs in C language. These complete pattern programs we will discuss in C. Later you can implement these programs in Java and send it as a assignment to my mail ID. Okay. Python we will discuss separately. One more session I will take. There I will discuss about Python pattern programs. Okay. And one more information for you people, like from next day, next class, that is our regular LBP class, from Monday we are going to change the link. Okay, so the link is nothing but a Zoom link. From tomorrow my continuous sessions will be on Zoom link, and it is a permanent link. Okay, so we purchased a separate link for us only for my class. So all my students will have, we are going to receive these particular links by today, by end of the day. So you need to join to my regular classes and the LBP class by using Zoom links only from tomorrow onwards. Okay, yeah, please install Zoom software in your mobile or PC. Yes, let me start the session. So here I want to go with the pattern programs. But before pattern program, I want to explain the concept of looping statement. Is it recording? Yes. So looping statement. Sir, what is mean by looping statement? If we want to repeat, okay, if we want to repeat one or more statements, if you want to repeat one or more statements, so then we have to go for looping statements, nothing but something called iterative statements. Of course, you know, regularly there are three types of looping statements supported by almost all the programming languages. Sir, can you please tell me what kind of looping statements are there in all the programming languages, please? Of course, we know some looping statements. Let me recall. Yes, please.
for, for while, do while, for
Excellent,
each, sir.
excellent. Yeah, very good, very good, excellent. Yeah, while, do while, for, very good. So the first one, majority of the people are going to tell while loop. The second one is nothing but do while loop. Okay, first one is nothing but while loop. Second one is nothing but do while. And the third one is nothing but for loop. Okay, fourth one is nothing but a for each loop. Sir, I will differentiate these looping statements. Then we have to go for while loop. So if we don't know the number of iterations, how many times I am going to repeat the process, I don't know. Best example, I want to send, okay, so some YouTube updation. Okay, some YouTube software is there, right? YouTube app is there. So in that they released one new update in that app. So because it is a Google product, that's why, so for all the Gmail holders, all the Gmail accounts, I want to send a message saying this is the update we released. Sir, how many mails we have to send? I don't know, because minute to minute the accounts are going to be created, right? In such cases we have to follow which approach? While loop. And I want to fetch the data from database list of registered names. Sir, we don't know, maybe today 12 members, tomorrow 20 members, day after tomorrow 30 members, like that it is keep on changing. Sir, if the data is non known to you, I mean not known to you, that is continuously it is updating, in such cases we have to use while loop. Sir, when we have to go for do while? So if we don't know, okay, if you don't know the number of iterations, okay, the number of iterations in advance, okay, in advance, but minimum one time is my requirement. Okay, so minimum one time my requirement, minimum one time means compulsory I have to execute whether the condition is true or false. Forget about that, compulsory I want to execute minimum one time. Sir, do you know some programs are there like menu driven programs, menu programs. So even you can able to see in the ATM mission, if you put your card after entering pin number or before entering pin number, it is going to display a kind of menu. But next time, next time if you want to open any menu from that main menu, if you want to open any sub menu, compulsory you need to select any one of the option which is available. So till if you are not selecting any option, it won't display the next one, right? Even if you want to, you can go for home also, but for selecting the home option we don't have any initiation. That's why minimum one time, but later if it is started, any number of times you can use. Okay, so in such cases we can go for do while, but anyway it will be used in project scenarios, not in the programming regularly. Sir, what about for loop? It is quite opposite to while loop. Sir, if we know the number of iterations, sir, I know, if we know the number of iterations in advance, then we have to go for loop. Array, I want to check whether the given number is prime number or not. If a number is prime number, suppose if you are giving input as a 5, sir, you need to divide with 1, and you need to divide with 2, and you have to divide with 3, and you have to divide with 4, and you have to divide with 5. Sir, I know I have to divide how many times? 5 times. So in such cases, which loop you have to select? Sir, for loop. Okay, so if we know the number of iterations in advance, recommended to go for loop. Sir, what about for each loop? What about for each loop? Sir, it is mainly used only for arrays concept. Arrays concept, that too in Java, and yes, Java, that's all. Okay, but in Python it is a separate concept. But for each loop is applicable only for Java, inside that Java also only for arrays, not for remaining things. Okay, suppose I have a list of names are there, I want to print, then instead of going for I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to length, I plus plus, we can write in terms of Java. Anyway, some Java fundamentals I want to introduce, there I will explain about this for each loop very clearly. But it is not a new version, I mean it is not a old concept. It came in 1.5 version of Java. Initially we don't have such a type of looping statements. Sir, this is nothing but a brief introduction regarding looping statements. Sir, okay, I know very well about this. Sir, there is one more concept is there with name nested loops. What is mean by nested loop? I hope from the name itself you can able to guess. Sir, a loop within another loop. Okay, a loop within another loop is called as nested loop. A loop within another loop is called as nested loop. How the nested loop is going to work, all these things I will take some examples and then I will explain. Sir, up to these theoretical concepts, do you have any doubts? Please confirm. Up to this theoretical concept, do you have any doubts? Very good. Now, sir, I want to introduce these things by using a program, sir. I want to explain these nested loops by using a small program. Sir, I am changing the editor here. So it is also one of the editor. Of course, it is a free editor only. Just to display the output very clearly, I have selected this one. So ash include stdio.h. Okay. Then I want to take integer main, or if you want, you can take void main. No problem. Okay, next. So in these I want to declare two variables, or I want to take one variable I. For I is equal to 0, I less than some 5, I plus plus. So I'm printing some message saying, so HAI high. Okay, then finally, so return 1 or return 0. Let me run this code. I think there is no 1 minute. So there is no input for this. Okay, the message is nothing but hi. We got how many times? 5 times. If you see, 5 times we got. Sir, every time I want to print in new line character, then you can take slash n. So 5 times we are going to get hi. Sir, I want to print this hi along with message also, along with that number also. So hi percentage d, in that place I want to print I. And let us take our I values from I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5. Now I am running the loop. You can able to see what output we got. High 1, high 2, high 3, high 4, high 5. like this we got. This is nothing but the basic scenario, sir, how a for loop is working. Okay, sir, okay, it is very clear. Now I want to take one more loop within this. I want to take one more loop within this. So for j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to 5, j plus plus. Okay, so within these I want to print a message called so hello. Okay, I want to print a message called hi, followed by, so how many times I want to print this message? Percentage d comma which value, j value I am taking here. Yes, clear. And let me take this statement at the beginning. So what is the meaning of this statement? Sir, I am printing high for every I value. For every I value we are going to get high. And one more loop I have taken. Suppose if the value of I is equal to 1, for I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, j is equal to 3, j is equal to 4, j is equal to 5. These many times my for loop is going to work. Once if the task is completed, again for I is equal to 2 it will start. That means how many times it is going to execute? Sir, here it is a 5 times, here it is a 5 times, 5 into 5. Sir, 25 times it is going to execute. Let me check. 1 minute. J is not defined, right? So let me declare j value. Now you can able to see. Okay, sir, I want to print this high, and after that I want to print hello. I want to print hello every time. Now you can able to run the program and you can see. So hi 1, hello 1, hello 2, or better I will remove slash n here. Don't worry, I will explain. So hi 1, hello 1, hello 2, like this we are getting. Array sir, after printing every row value, could you please transfer the control to the next line? Now see what is happening. Sir, hi 1, hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, hello 4, hello 5, like this I am getting. Sir, seems to be screen is not visible. Let me take a by, and here I am going to take a hi, and I want to give some tab space. Okay, I want to give some tab space, at least one space. Now you can able to see. And here also let me give at least one space. Now you can able to see. Sir, hi 1 came, but for this hi, how many by messages I am printing? 5 times. For this 2, how many times I am printing? 5 times. Sir, this is called as outer loop. Inside this one more loop is running. Okay, sir, I think you got some idea about how the nested loop is working. Okay, anyway, I will go with one more example where you will get much clarity. Sir, I don't want these messages, all these things. Okay, I don't want these messages, all these things. Just I want to print directly here itself. I'm printing. So outer loop value. Okay, outer loop value. Okay, outer loop value is nothing but a percentage d, and sir, inner loop value. Inner loop value is nothing but percentage d. So every time I want to transfer the control, so I comma j I want to print. That's all. Now let me run the code. Have you observed outer loop 1? Sir, inner loop value is nothing but, let me copy paste this program and output. Have you observed here? Sir, outer loop 1. For this outer loop 1, how many inner loops are executing? 5. Again for outer loop 2, how many inner loops are executing? 5. Again for 3, how many values it is executing? 5. Sir, again for 4, how many values we are executing? 5. Again for 5, how many loops it is executing? Sir, 5. This is nothing but the basic nature of nested loops and how it will be. Sir, why you are telling all these things? Only to explain this particular diagram. Sir, I have spent this much time period to explain this nested loop. Sir, now I am going to take a simple what you can call tabular format. Okay, tabular format, so which contains like this: 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows. Let me take 5 rows I am taking. Okay, Yes. So I got a total 5 rows. Sir, I want to take a columns also. So 5 columns I want to take. This is nothing but the first column. Sir, this is nothing but the second column. And this is nothing but the third column. And this is nothing but the fourth column. And this is nothing but fifth column. Sir, I want to give the labels because based on labels only our entire today cinema is going to be happen. So first label is nothing but a 0. Okay, some people may confuse with respect to 0. That's why, sir, in today's session, let me take one based index. I mean, not zero based. So the index is going to be started from 1. It is completely our choice, right? That's why I'm giving 1 here. And here it is 1. So 2. So 3, 4, and then 5. Sir, these are nothing but the locations. Now, sir, whatever activity you have to do, you need to do within this box only. Remember carefully, whatever activity you are doing, just you need to do within the box only. Sir, now what is the logic behind this? So you can assume, so I is equal to 1 means, so how many j values will be there? You can able to see here 5 j values are there. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I is equal to 1, all these things we are going to get. Okay, like this we are going to explain now the programs one by one. Okay, sir, hope the complete structure is very clear for you people. Do you have any doubts up to this? Please confirm. Clear, right? Very good. Now, so my requirement is, sir, anyway you displayed something called what you can call a table. Sir, could you please print, okay, could you please print some kind of symbols within this? Sir, what kind of symbol you want? What kind of symbol you want? Let me take. So my symbols should be like this. Sir, first star. In the next row also star. In the next row also star, star. Like this, sir, every value is filled with a star. So such type of requirement I want to take. Okay, such type of requirement I want to take. Sir, is it possible or not? Yes, happily we can do that. Okay, so one more star here. 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 One more star here. Like this. Dot dot dot. Okay, so I don't want to take complete thing. I hope you got the concept. So everywhere we have to print stars. Here one star, so 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. So like this we have to repeat the process. Sir, first I will write this chota code. Okay, now, sir, here let me take another variable. So n is nothing but it is a common for my program. So scanf percentage d comma ampersand n. Boss, you need to supply the value of n, where n indicates, sir, the value of rows. Here number of rows is 5, right? That's why I'm taking 5. Later, based on your requirement, you can change. Okay, now, sir, think a bit logically how we can write. So for j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to n, j plus plus. Okay, so printf, we have to print a star followed by some two spaces I want to take. That's all. Now let me run. Sir, is that 5 stars came or not? Yes, these 5 stars. Sir, I have to repeat this instruction for the remaining 5 rows also. So better to take that statement within one more for loop. I is equal to n, I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus. And within this you can take. Sir, how many stars we are going to get? 25 stars we will get. If you count, you are going to get 25 stars. Sir, these 25 stars continuously it is printing. After printing first row, can you please transfer the control to next line? Sir, very simple. This is the printing of stars logic, right? After this logic, sir, could you please transfer your control to the next line, so that what will happen? Every time it is going to print in the new line characters. Now observe. Have you observed? Sir, we got. This is nothing but our main intention, sir, to take this first program, first pattern program. Now our skeleton is ready. Our skeleton is ready. If you give 10, we are going to get 10 patterns. Sir, now with this, sir, almost we are going to discuss 14 to 15 programs. Like, sir, in the next program I will replace, sir, star with a. So a like this, then b like this, okay, then c like this, or sir a b c, okay, again a b c, so again a b c like this, or sometimes, sir, a b c d e f like this. Sir, even I will replace small letters with capital letters. Okay, now I want to display only this particular column, this particular row, this particular column, this particular row. Sir, remaining stars I don't want. Next, I want to take only these borders and only diagonal elements I want to take. So such a type of patterns is possible with this knowledge. Okay, sir, just only we need to write inner logic, that's all, except that nothing will be there. So this is nothing but how you can print this kind of pattern. Okay, this is nothing but a pattern number one. Example, or let me take example number one. This is the code, and what is the output for this program? What is the output for this program? So this is nothing but output of our code. Okay, sir, hope the concept is very clear for you people. Sir, if the first program is very clear, rest of the things is very easy. Sir, do you have any doubts up to this? Please confirm. Yeah, Parvish, interesting. Nothing is there, just we need to use our brain, that's all, nothing. Yeah, very good. Now, sir, next cinema what I have is, sir, could you please replace these stars with numbers? Okay, could you please replace these stars with numbers? Yes, why can't? Sir, only one thing that we have to do here is percentage d. Okay, percentage d, comma, let me print I. I indicates what? Row value, right? So we will get like this. So 1 1 1 1 1 5 times, then 2 2 2 2 like this, because the row value we are printing, this is the first row, this is the second row, like this. If you replace I with j, what will happen? Sir, column values it will print, that is 1. Okay, so 1 1 here, so 2 2 here, 3 3 3 here, like this. Don't worry, I will explain. Let me run the code. Sir, we are getting like this. So by seeing this you may get confused. Sir, is it a single digit number, or is it a 5 digit number? Okay, so I mean, five numbers. Sir, when you are getting such a type of things, you can give some space. Sir, up to certain extent it may work. Assume I want to provide one more space. Okay, now see what will happen. So again I want to space one more space. See what will happen. Like this, based on your requirement, you can change according to that output you are going to get. Okay, sir, I may get confused, how many spaces here we have, I may get confused. In such cases, you can give percentage nd, where n indicates the number of spaces that you have to use. N indicates number of spaces. Here, how many spaces you required? Sir, here number of spaces in the sense, for example, percentage d means only one block will be allocated to print the number. Suppose if you are printing percentage 2d, then what will happen? Sir, two blocks will be allocated for printing that number. Okay, suppose if you are giving percentage 3d, what will happen? Sir, it will allocate three blocks for printing that number. Sir, very simple. Suppose if I want to print one will be printed here. If you want to print one here, here it will print. If you want to print one here, we will print. So for getting the next number, you may get two spaces here and then two. So for this space I am taking percentage 3d. Percentage 3d means it will give three locations to print that number. Sir, why we need to go for this? For example, consider I want to print 123. 123 will be printed like this. I want to print only 23. Here you will get one space, because anyway we are dealing with the single digit numbers only maximum. That's why I am giving three spaces, so that you will get clarity. Now let me run the program. This is nothing but the output. Okay, this is nothing but the output. Sir, assume in the place of I want to print 456. Now you can see how you are going to get. In such cases, what we have to do? You can give percentage 4d, one space will be there. Sir, you can give percentage 5d, 2 spaces it is going to give. That means for printing a single number, 5 spaces it is allocating. In that, how many spaces you are using, that is your choice. Rest of the spaces will become printed on the output screen. Okay, sir. Anyway, it is not this much numbers I need to print. Just I want to print only I value with percentage 3D, 3 spaces. So this is nothing but a simple logic. Okay, this is nothing but a simple logic how you can print. Example pattern number 2. Okay, pattern number 2. Sir, okay, you printed like this. So what about the next pattern? Example number 3. Opposite for this. Sir, you have printed I. Could you please print J? What will happen? Sir, you can see like this in the reverse fashion we are going to get. Okay, in the reverse fashion we are going to get the numbers. Okay, next example number 4. Sir, I want only 1 2 3s. I want only 1 2 3s. Sir, declare a separate variable called k and let us initialize the value of k is equal to 0 when you are starting the looping statement. Then print the value of k and immediately increment its value, so that what will happen, continuously it is going to print the values like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 like this. Sir, in such a case, better to go with percentage 40. You will get more clarity. Okay, sir, seems to be something like matrix, right? Seems to be something like matrix. Sir, once if you know this problem, matrix will become dead easy. Okay, almost 20 to 30 programs we are going to discuss on matrices, which will become very easy if you know these internal logics. I want to print only even numbers. I want to print only even numbers. How you have to do that one? Sir, very simple. You can take k is equal to k plus 2. Okay, so better to print k and then k plus is equal to 2. What will happen? It will print only even numbers. Have you observed? We are getting only even numbers, right? Yes. Okay, next. Sir, I want to print only odd numbers, sir. I want to print only odd numbers. So how you can do that operation? Very simple. Just you have to initialize the value of k with 1, so that what will happen, it will print only odd numbers. Okay, now, sir, odd numbers is okay. I want to take the numbers which are divisible by, okay, the numbers which are divisible by some number. Okay, I want to take the numbers which are divisible by 3 or 4, something like that. Then what we have to do? Sir, you have to write an appropriate looping statement which will generate the numbers which are divisible by 3. Okay, anyway, it is not in our scope. And one more program I want to take for you people. Sir, prime numbers program. Okay, I want to print prime numbers. Let us take the value of n. Okay, let us take the value of n. So I am taking, for each integer I is equal to, I am dividing with 2. Okay, I am dividing with starting from 3. No, I am starting from 2. So I less than n, I plus plus. If anywhere that n is divisible by I, then I'm going to return. Okay, then I'm going to return 0, saying it is a false. That's all. So once if the loop is completed, then I'm going to return 1. Now here observe carefully. If prime of k, if that k number is a prime number, then sir, you need to print that value. You need to print that value. Okay, sir, then what we have to do? K plus plus. Now observe what will happen. Sir, I'm going to run 5. Have you observed 1 2 3 5 7? Sir, these numbers are not getting. That means what? These may be a problem with the prime number. So here we have to do else part also. Else, if it is not a printing, I mean if it is not a what you can call prime number, sir, please give some space. Just you need to adjustments of space. That's all. Nothing more than that. No, it is going to 1 minute. 1 minute.
Here, the number we are omitting, sir.
Yes, yes, that's what the problem.
Uh, Instead of that, we may print something otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So here star indicates those are nothing but not, those are nothing but not a prime numbers. So if you want, you can generate a prime number and you can print. You have to create an array with a list of prime numbers and you have to print that values. Okay. So anyway, it is not required in our scope. So you can do that. What we have to do before starting this loop itself, you have to create an array with all prime numbers and you have to print these values one by one. That's all. Okay. Just for your understanding purpose, I am telling. Later you can implement. Yeah. So up to these patterns, if you are feeling any difficulty, please let me know so that we can continue. Sir, any doubts up to this? Please confirm.
Clear, sir.
Better we, yeah. Better we will do one thing. Let me print prime numbers. What will happen? Anyway, it's a workshop only, right? Let me take what will happen. Nothing is going to be happen. So for I is equal to array index starts from 0. Let me take up to some 30 elements I want to take. I plus plus. Okay. Next, a of I is equal to a of I is equal to if something like uh, yeah. So if prime of j, if it is a prime number, then I am taking a of I is equal to that value. That's all. So here j is equal to, we have to start from 1 and you need to increment the value of j plus plus. I will do here itself. So if it is a prime number, it will store, right? If it is a prime number, it will store, and we need to declare that array. So a of assume maximum I'm going to store 100 values. So now in the place of this, so I want to print percentage d comma a of sk, a of k. So where the k value is going to be started from 0. Let me check. J is equal to 1. Any problem here?
We are starting from 0, I think.
1 2 3 1 2 3 10 0 we are getting. What is the problem here? E of 100, I is equal to 0, I less than uh, E of j plus plus 1 2 3 we are getting. Yeah, some values are missing. Can anyone guide? Mm, if I is equal to n, I less than divisible by,
Uh, uh, for prime, it would be better to take Boolean values, sir. Otherwise. because
No,
the written
this
value.
C language, right?
Sir,
Okay, okay.
in that is prime, that prime function we are calling now, so we have to pass I think, or should we pass j itself in that line,
No,
14th
no.
line?
I have, yeah. I have assigned j is equal to 1, right?
Hmm.
So prime of 1, prime of 2, prime of 3, like that. I am incrementing the value of j also.
Yes,
Better. We
yes,
will start
yes.
from 2.
Okay.
We are getting only few values. Remaining values are skipping. I think there is a problem with the prime number logic. I think so, right?
Logic is correct only here.
Sir, in that is prime we are calculating I with 2 na, and here in prime we are okay.
Okay, I will do one small thing. Okay, you try it. Okay, so just I will give static declaration. Yeah, so actually it is working. Just there is a problem with the prime number logic, it seems. Clear? So you try by your own for generating prime numbers and to store it in array. And remind me when you are doing array programs, we will practice this problem. Okay? Yeah. Sir, clear up to this? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, sir, next pattern is nothing but, sir, anyway we printed numbers and all these things. Let me go with alphabets. Sir, I want to print alphabets. How you can do that? So if you want to print alphabets, just you have to take percentage, maybe 4c character we have to print, and here I am printing the value of k, and simultaneously, sir, I am going to increment k plus plus. But just small logic, that's all. Suppose consider I want to print a b c d e here. Okay, sir, again I want to print a b c d e here. Okay, sir, what is the value of ASCII value of a is nothing but 97. We have to initialize the value of k with 97, and here we have to print which value, 97, and then space followed by 98, followed by 99, followed by 100. Sir, next 101. After this, again we have to start from 97. That means every for loop starting with a. That's why, sir, you need to provide initialization when you are starting the looping statement. Boss, my value of k is equal to 97. Then print that value, and I will write this k plus plus here. That's all. Now I want 5 values. Now you can able to see a b c d we are getting, a b c d e we are getting, a b c d e, like this we are getting. Sir, okay, fine. Sir, I want to print column wise values. Okay, I want to print column wise values. Sir, how you can do that? Okay, example number 10. Sir, very simple. Here let me initialize the value of k is equal to 97 here itself. Okay, now I'm going to increment the value of k plus plus after writing this particular, after printing this k value. Let me run. Yes, is it working or not? Yes, that's all. A small changes, except that nothing. Okay. What about the capital letters? What about the capital letters? Very simple. If you want to print the capital letters, what we have to do? Just you need to change 97 with 65. If you are taking 65, then we are going to get capital letters. Okay. Beyond that, nothing. Yes. So this is nothing but how you can print alphabets. Sir, I want to continuously A, B, C, D like this. I want to continuously. Sir, no problem. If you want to print continuously, what we have to do? Just you need to declare the value of k is equal to 65 at the beginning itself. Okay. And every time what we have to do, you have to print the value of k plus plus. Now let us execute. Have you observed A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, something like this we are going to get. I want to print, okay, I want to print small letters. If you want to print small letters, then what we have to do? Just you need to change this 65 to 97. Now we are going to get small letters. Okay. So the next example what I have is, sir, I'm going to remaining concepts. Sir, now I think you got clear clarity how you can construct a pattern. What is mean by row? What is mean by column? When rows and columns are matched, how you have to do? Up to this, do you have any doubts? Please confirm. Yes, up to this, do you have any doubts? Please confirm. Okay, very good. Now, sir, what is the next program that I am going to explain for you people is, sir, from now onwards, I am not going to cover these particular alphabetic programs, okay, like lowercase, uppercase, alphabet programs, number programs. These things I want to cover because you can replace the values, right? I think you know very well about how you can replace these values. Let me concentrate only on stars. Let me concentrate only on stars. So from these stars, how many patterns you can able to develop? Let me concentrate on that. If anywhere requires, then I will explain these things. Okay. Now, sir, like this I got, let me give 10 stars. Sir, I got like this. In this, I want to do one small modification such that, sir, I want to get only this particular first row. I want to get only this first row. Can you please confirm, sir, what is the variable name that you have to take for this, and what is the initial value we have to take for this? Can anyone confirm what is a variable name and what is the initial value? Please confirm. What is a variable we have to take and what is the initial name to highlight that first row? Very good. I, what is the initial value? Yes, please. So maybe question is, yeah, I'm asking, sir, if I want to print only stars here, remaining stars I want to eliminate. So in such cases, what is the variable name that we have to use and what is the value that we have to use? Okay, what is the value that we have to use? Because based on this condition only, printing of these stars is depending, right? That's what I am asking. Yeah, zero terminology is not there, Pramod. Please concentrate from 1. Forget about J. Why J is coming here? So this is nothing but I values and these are nothing but J values. Okay, sir, now I'm going to change if the value of I, okay, the value of I is equal to 1. Boss, my I value is 1. If your I value is 1, sir, then only you have to print this value. Okay, then only you have to print this star. That is nothing but my requirement. Okay, so when the value of I is equal to 1, could you please print star? Okay, this is nothing but my requirement. Now observe what will happen. Sir, we are getting only one row. Now, sir, I want to get last row. Sir, could you please confirm, if I want to print last row, what is a variable name and what is a value that we have to take? Please confirm. Ayo, please confirm. Very good, very good. Yes, I is equal to 5. Sir, I is equal to 1 or the value of I is equal to 5. If these two conditions are satisfied, then I am printing. Yes, are you getting right? So this is nothing but the style which we got. Okay, sir, now, okay, everything is okay. Sorry, not 5. It is nothing but n, right? Not 5, n. In our example, it is 5. Sir, we got, okay, very clear. Now, sir, I want this diagonal. I want this diagonal. Sir, could you please confirm? I will explain in the diagram. Sir, could you please confirm how you can identify this diagonal? Maybe it is a 4 by 4. It is very clear. Yes, how you can identify that diagonal? Assume these things are not there. Yes, is there any condition for identifying that diagonal? Yes. Very good, very good, excellent. Pramod, Tabsam, correct. I is equal to J because when I value and J value are matched, have you observed? I is equal to 1. Okay, sir, J is equal to 1. Then we are getting star. No, no, no. That is not the correct. I is equal to J. It is wrong. So when I is equal to J, we are going to get stars in these places. But that is not my requirement. My requirement is nothing but in this place I want to star. Now observe here. So how you can do that? Sir, maybe n minus I minus 1. Suppose if the value of I is equal to 1. So what is the value here we are going to get? N value is, in this example, let us consider only 4 rows are there. 4 minus 1 minus 1. What is its value? 4 minus 1, 3, 3 minus 1, 2. No. So n minus I minus 1. So 4 minus I value is 1. 1 minus 1, 0. So which will become 4. Okay. Next, when I is equal to 2, so n value is 4. 4 minus, sir, 2 minus 1, that is 1. 3. Getting right? So when I is equal to 3, sir, n minus 4 minus I minus 1. 3 minus 1, 2. Sir, 4 minus 2 will become 2. Getting right? Next, I is equal to 4. When fourth row, sir, 4 minus 1, that is nothing but 3. 4 minus 3 will become 1. Yes, column value, right? So n minus I minus 1 is the formula. So here we have to take, or the value of J is double equal to n minus n minus I minus 1. Let me try first. Yeah. So here the problem is we have to take else also, because we are printing the stars, right? If it is not the case, what we have to do? You need to print empty spaces, right? Yes. See, what is happening here is, just you need to observe, when the value of J is equal to n minus I minus 1, we are printing stars. In the remaining cases, because you are not printing spaces here, that's why this star came here. So we need to print spaces also if the condition is not satisfied. That's why, sir, here one star, 2 spaces I am printing. So 3 spaces I printed here. That's why it will execute for every statement. But whenever a condition is satisfied, we are going to get like this. Sir, hope the concept is very clear for you people. Sir, do you have any doubts up to this, friends? Please confirm. Yes, do you have any doubts up to this? Please confirm. Clear? At least you are getting something. Yes. Yeah. Sir, next, I want in the reverse style. I want in the reverse style. So if you want to get star marks in this style, sir, you need to take j is equal to which value? Sir, in the place of n of n minus I minus 1, you can take j is equal to I. Now let me try. 1 minute. There's a problem here. Yeah, brackets extra I have given. Now you can able to see the mirror image of z. I think so, right? This is nothing but what we have. Sir, okay, very clear. Next example number 17. Sir, I want to both these. I want to both the cross. I want. Sir, j is equal to 1, j is equal to I, or j is equal to, sir, n minus I minus 1. You can take like this also. Now what will happen? Sir, both the crosses you are going to get. All small modifications I am doing on this patterns, sir. Okay. Next, sir, okay, I want stars in this row. I want stars in this row. Could you please do that? If I want to print a star here, what is this value? J value should be equal to 1, right? So, or if the value of j is equal to 1, then you need to print. Okay, this is one kind of style, sir. Something like rangolis, right? Yeah. Now, sir, I want these stars also. I mean, in this side stars also I want. Sir, you can take j is double equal to n, right? Now let me see what will happen. Yes, full-fledged stars I got. Sir, I didn't executed these many programs till now. Okay, but I know only one or two patterns. That's all. But simultaneously I'm modifying and I'm getting the results. That's all. Sir, I want to remove these stars in the middle. Just I want only box. So stars removing, diagonal elements printing, and opposite diagonal printing. I am removing these things. Now see what will happen. We are going to get empty box. So this is nothing but how you can print box style patterns. Okay, box style patterns, that is just a square with rows and columns. If you know this concept very well, rest of the programs will become dead easy for you people. Okay, sir, is it clear? At least have you learned something? Please confirm. Clear? Yes, very good. Sir, next I want to go with one more style. Okay, one more style, pattern number 21. So what is the next thing that I want to explain for you people is, sir, forget about all these things. Forget about all these things. Okay, so I don't want these conditions, all these things. Let me go with normal printing style. Yes, all stars I got. Sir, I want to print this particular diagonal only, this particular triangle I want to print. I want to skip these stars. That means what? Sir, you can able to analyze here. So in the first row, how many stars we have to print? One star. In the second row, how many stars you have to print? Two stars. In the third row, how many stars you have to print? Three stars. In the 10th row, how many stars you have to print? 10 stars. That means printing of stars is depending on your row value, right? That's why, sir, when you are printing rows, sir, don't depend on the number of value which is given by the user. Please depend on the value of I. Now with this, if you run, sir, what answer you are going to get? Like this we will get. Okay, this is nothing but another style which we have. Okay, this is nothing but another style what we have. Next, sir, okay, very good. Now, sir, I want these in the bottom also. I want these in the bottom also. Like the same thing should be repeated, but the same thing should be repeated here also, but in reverse style. Like, sir, 1 star, then 2 stars, then 3 stars, right? Sir, next time you have to print 2 stars, and next time you have to print 1 star. Like this, I want. Sir, to explain very clearly, just I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste here. Okay, and I will execute. See what will happen. Okay, maybe it is having multiple lines, that's why let me reduce this variable. Sir, have you observed same thing I repeated? Sir, now don't print from 1 to n, low to high value, don't print it in the reverse style. Sir, starting from I is equal to n, I greater than or equal to 1, I minus minus. So in the reverse style it is printing. Clear? I think you got the clarity. Sir, this particular row is duplicated. Sir, now at least here you can end with n, or here you have to start with n minus 1. Anything you can take. Let me start from n minus 1. Let me run. Sir, clear, right? Okay, sir, like this I got a style. Okay, yes, this is nothing but the another format what we have. Sir, up to this, do you have any doubts? Manikanta, right? Yes, Manikanta. Yeah. I think after seeing these programs, I hope you got some clarity in your mind. Like, sir, we can do pattern programs also. Nothing is there in that, right? Do you got that feeling or not? Yeah, yeah. Yes. Nothing is there. Happily, you can learn. Okay. Yeah. Sir, let me go with one more style. Sir, it is a bit difficult style. Once if you know this, rest of the things will become dead easy, sir. Please concentrate. What is that style? Sir, I want to go with the original pattern. Like, yes, this pattern. Somewhere the problem. Yes. Sir, now we removed these values. We have printed only this particular style. Now, sir, I don't want that style. I want this style. Okay, could you please print this star and then these 2 stars? Sir, very very dangerous concept. Then I want to print these 3 stars. Dangerous concept. Sir, why you are telling dangerous? Because in the previous case, okay, in the previous case, sir, once if you are printing star, after that it is none of our business. But now what is our duty? First we have to print spaces here, then only you have to print a star. If you are not taking these spaces here, what will happen? Sir, this star will come here, then our requirement won't be satisfied. So here we have to concentrate on spaces. For this we have to go with, sir, one more loop. We have to go with one more loop, sir, then printing of star is as usual. Okay, now sir, slowly I'm going to change. Have a look once. For k is equal to starting from 1, sir, k less than or equal to some value I will take k plus plus. If it is satisfied, just I am printing 1 star, and let me declare k variable. And here, sir, what is the condition? You can see here. So how many rows we have here? 5 rows. 5 rows means how many spaces we required? Okay, how many spaces you required? Sir, we required 4 spaces, right? In this case we required how many spaces? 3 spaces. In this case, how many spaces you required? 2. In this case, 1 space. In this case, 0 spaces. Now you need to construct, sir, k value is starting from 1, so k less than or equal to, here we need to print 4 spaces, right? What you can take, let me start from 0, because 0 spaces is also included. So n minus I, n minus I. Let me try. Okay, sir, let me increase 3 spaces here. No, it is not getting. K plus plus only, K plus plus only. K is equal to n minus 1. Now we can write condition, but without the condition also we can do. 1 minute. Let me take a 4 by 4 value. So just we need to analyze, that's all. Right? So it is nothing but let us consider it is a 1 2 3 4, and this one values are 1 2 3 4. So first we need to print spaces, right? So for these spaces we have to write a looping statement, space space space, and then star we have to wait. Forget about the star. Okay, so we have already constructed, but we need to print spaces. So how you can start k value? You can start from 1 and you can reach up to 3. 3 spaces means, sir, it is less than 4. So k less than n we can take like this, and k plus plus. So for I k is equal to 1, sir, 1 less than or equal to n condition is true. For k is equal to 2, so k less than 2 less than, no, 2 less than 3 condition is true. So for 2 2 and then 3, 2 times it is going to execute. Yes, any idea? K value, no, n minus yatapsam n plus 1 minus I, maybe n plus 1 minus I, correct? I think so, it will work. Let me check. How many spaces we have to give? Only one space. Or if you give two spaces, no. 'Let me take I minus 1 and let us try. 2 into I minus 1. No. 1 minute, 1 minute. It's a simple logic only. Once if you know that, rest of the things will become very easy. k is equal to 1. Let me start from k is equal to 1. So k less than or equal to n minus I k plus plus. Let me remove here these many spaces. 1 minute. Here we need to write I, sorry, without that we are running, sorry. How many spaces I have given? Yes, that's all. Nothing is there, just we need to do small modifications. Yes, here see, in the previous case the program is working properly, but here I have taken n, that's why it is printing continuously 4 stars, but we are giving space. That's because of that space it is moving. Okay, sir, now I think you got the clarity. Sir, let us explain this logic for you people. Sir, first the value of n is equal to 5, right? So k value we are starting from 1. Okay, so k less than or equal to, so 1 less than or equal to n minus I. N is a 5, I is nothing but 1. So 5 minus 1, 4. 4 times this loop is going to execute. So 4 times we are printing 3 spaces, 4 into 3. Okay, so 12 spaces, right? But of course if you want to print one star in the row, 5 into 3, 15 spaces are required. 15 spaces, in that 12 spaces I am giving, and then last 3 spaces I am going to use for printing star. In the next case, when k is equal to 2, what will happen? Sir, 2 less than or equal to n minus I. That means 5 minus 2. So 5 minus 2 will become 3. That means how many times the loop is going to execute? Okay, uh, 1 minute. K is equal to 2. So k is equal to 2 means it is less than or equal to 5 minus 2, that is nothing but 3. Again for k is equal to 3, sir, 3 less than or equal to 3, condition is false. So how many times it is going to execute? 2 times. So this is space. So next time this is space. At finally if k is equal to 5, what will happen? So it is going to, it is not going to execute, it won't give you any spaces. Okay, that's all. So if you are giving row size as a 10, we will get like this. Okay, so here the value of these things is a completely depends on the outermost loop. Example number 23. Yes, so is it clear for you people? Please confirm. Is it clear for you people? Please confirm. Clear? Yes, sir. Once if you know this, rest of the things will become dead easy. Now see what will happen. Sir, do you know, I want to repeat this process. I want to take this as it is here. As it is here I want to take. That means what? Printing of stars. Sir, I am taking 2 into I. 2 into I. Now if you run, what will happen? Double time it is going to get. Sir, this is the duplicate. Could you please remove? Yes, 2 into I minus 1. Yes, clear, right? So like this we are getting. Okay, sir, 25. What is the next thing that I have is, sir, here observe, I want to take this same thing again. Sir, I want to take this same thing again. Now sir, what will happen? Just I am printing starting from I is equal to n. Sir, I greater than or equal to 1, I minus minus. The reverse direction I am printing, it is repeated, right? Sir, start from n minus 1. Now you can able to see. Okay, like this we are getting. in these places you can replace alphabets, everything you can do that. Okay, you can replace alphabets, you can replace symbols, everything you can able to do that. Okay sir. Okay, now I want to take only plus, remaining things I don't want. I want to take only plus, I don't want remaining things. Let me comment this area. Let me comment this area. Let me run. Sir, I want only this particular value. Let me analyze. I want only this particular value. It is nothing but, so when we have to print the value of a star, if the value of j is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, j is equal to 3, j is equal to 4, j is equal to 5. That means when the value of j is double equal to n, so print this star. Else, sir, could you please print as usual spaces? It is not getting. 1 minute. So let me print first this last row value. Last row value means what? If the value of I is double equal to n, I is double equal to n, then we are printing. Okay, fine. So if you want to print these values, so j is equal to, yes, what will be the value of j here? This value we need to identify. So meanwhile we need to print stars also. J is equal to 1, so 2, 3, 4, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means what? 2 into I minus 1. Yeah, if n is equal to I, or the value of j is equal to n. Yeah, it is completely space adjustment only. Once if you adjust the space, then rest of the things will become very easy. One, two, three, four spaces we have to get. Any idea? J is equal to 5. Yes, yes, j is equal to 5. If you are taking, we are not getting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. J is equal to n by 2. No. Any idea? So we got these values. Let me start from the scratch. So in this we need these values. So in this case it is nothing but first row, it is nothing but a second row, and it is nothing but a third row. So it will become first column, and what is the value? J is equal to 1, j less than or equal to 2 into I minus 1. So 2 into I, suppose if I is equal to 3, 2 into 3 minus 1, so 6 minus 1 up to 5 it is going to print. So 1, so 2, 3, 4, 5, like this we have. These are nothing but column values. Okay, so if you want to fix this, then we have given I is equal to. So if you want to fix this particular block, what should be the value of j? J should be 3. So we have to construct this from n value. Okay, here n is equal to, in this case n is equal to 3 only, right? So n will become 5, means it is going to take that. But meanwhile you have to adjust these spaces. Because of these spaces only it will be moved here. So if the value of j is equal to n, so if the value of j is double equal to n, then I want to print space. So else I want to print something like a dollar symbol. It is not getting stars correctly, not displaying. So it is not j is equal to n. Let me take j is equal to n minus 1. No, see, it is not correctly properly displaying. Someone is telling n by 2. Let me try n by 2. One minute. Let me take first I. Yes, now you can see. So we need to get these values. That means j should be any help from your side, Ayo. See, the problem here is, observe here. Here the problem is, sir, this is not the value of j here, right? So because, So j value is starting from here only. J value is starting from here only. J is equal to 1. And in this case, j value is starting from here. And here it is j value is starting from here. And like this it is moving. So 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. So that means it is equal to I, right? Let me check that one. So if j is equal to I, perfect. Now you can do 2 into I, okay, minus 1. Now is it coming or not? Yes. Now we have to print row also. So or the value of I is equal to n. In this case also I want a star. Yes. Now here you can remove this dollar symbol. Yes. Clear? Just you need to analyze, that's all. Nothing more than that. Got it? Please confirm. Clear? Yes, please confirm. Okay. Yes. Sir, now I want to repeat this in the bottom also. If I want to repeat this in the bottom, what we have to do? Sir, you need to take this a second time, right? You need to take this one more time. Let me print what will happen. 1 minute. Yo, what is this compiler? Now we have to reverse the process. Starts from n, okay, or start from n minus 1, okay, I greater than or equal to 1, I minus minus. Now see what will happen. Yes. So this is nothing but another style what we have. Okay. Now let me go with our original style. I don't want these things. Just I want to print stars here. This if condition is also not required. So this is the style. So I want to repeat this. Okay, now let us see a new style I am going to print. Anyway, if you want to display only these things, so what we have to do, you need to frame a condition like this. If the value of I is double equal to n, then I want to print stars. Okay, if the value of n is double equal to n, I want to print the stars. So else, so we need to print dollar symbol. This is nothing but my requirement, right? Let me execute this. In the remaining places we are getting stars. Sir, I want to identify this value also. Sir, how you can identify? Just now I told, right? If the value of j is equal to 1, sir, we can get stars. Or if the value of j is equal to n, I want to get stars. Okay, sorry, n minus 1 you can take. No, not n minus 1 also. Sir, I think if it is equal to I, what will happen? In the middle we are going to get. So you can take 2 into I means no. What is the last location? Can you please check it once? So 135. 135. Is there any relation? 1. So 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2. Can anyone help me? Last row, how you can identify? Yes, 2 into I minus 1. That's all. Sir, I want a middle. I don't want. Okay. Sir, in the remaining place, you can print a space. Now you can see one space extra you need to give. Yes, that's all. Sir, I want to this in the bottom also. So how you can do? You can start from I is equal to n minus 1, and you can take up to I greater than or equal to 1, and you can take I minus minus. Perfect. Sir, I don't want that I is equal to n. I is equal to n, I don't want. Yes. So this is nothing but how you can print different kinds of patterns based on your requirement. 28th. Any doubts, friends, up to this? Please confirm. Any doubts up to this? Yeah. So hope at least you learn something from this, right? Is it clear now? You can able to build any kind of pattern. Just you need to replace the place of a star with either numbers or alphabets or anything, right? Yeah. So that's all about today's class. Okay. So next Sunday I'm not going to take the session. So after that we will continue for the patterns. Still some more patterns are there. I will introduce those patterns also. Sir, meanwhile, if time permits, I will give some homework for you people. So please do that. Okay. Just you need to replace the numbers with alphabets. Okay. And some prime digits, even digits like that. Nothing more than that. Okay. Yeah. Sir, thank you. That's all about today's session. If you are having any queries, yes, you can.